What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and today I'm going to show you how...
This is Garrett Myers, and this is Colby Markowski.
What's going on, guys?
And today I'm going to show you how Colby, at age 27, makes $1,000 a week in passive income from just this one deal. And we're going to talk about how now we're rental property neighbors. So with all of that being said, we're going to go through this entire deal, and let's jump into it. Hello, hello. Very nice, very nice.
All right.
Yeah, I'm jealous. These are such,
Nice.
so much space.
Already out. We're getting ready to do some paint. And there's probably some stuff that we have to do, so.
So let's turn on the lights. First off, I gotta tell you guys about Mr. Colby Markowski. Is electricity off? Probably, huh?
That or
All right.
we've got some major issues.
All right, guys, first off, I wanna give you a rundown on Colby. Now, Colby has worked with Garrett and I for
5 years.
5 years.
Going on 6. Yeah.
Colby was actually a unique sales rep because he was a killer sales rep, but he didn't really want to do a whole lot with leadership until the last 2 years.
That's right.
So he made good money. When I say good money, between 1 and 200,000.
Before the leadership part?
Yeah.
My first summer, I made about 54 grand and then 72, and then it just progressively got better after that.
Very cool. And now he's exploded. He's made a killing working at Aptive, had a sales force that did over 4.5 million in revenue this last summer. One other quick note to add on top of that, Colby is an absolutely incredible leader, and he's building an even larger, well, not even a team, but multiple teams this summer that he will be working with. So if you guys want to go follow Colby, see what he's up to, learn from him when it comes to real estate, and potentially work for him, you can apply at www.elitesummersales.com, or you can go hit him up on Instagram. We're gonna put that right here. So that was a little over the top, but now you have it. You're someone that has picked up on it very quickly when it comes to making smart purchases. You own a home that you and your wife live in. You own a duplex. Those are the two before this property, right?
Yep.
And then he just pulled down. And the reason I love this is a lot of people mess around in the 2-unit, the 4-unit. Colby's someone that had reached out to me a lot, done a lot of research on his own, and was pretty adamant about scaling very quickly. And then he found this incredible deal on this 12-unit apartment complex. So we're gonna give you a little walkthrough, and maybe you can just kind of like give us the tour and then walk us through the numbers, if that's cool.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see it.
I'll be honest, this is my first time being in them.
I actually,
This is the kitchen.
yeah, very nice. Truth be told, me and Garrett actually came, because you were still out working. Me
Yeah.
and Garrett came and went through with the inspector for the due
You haven't
diligence.
been-
Crazy story. Like I within the first 15 minutes of them being on the market, I sent Garrett a text and I was like, dude, we've got to lock these down. And Garrett's like, I'm on it. And so you threw in an offer. Garrett just twisted the arm of the agent and was like, hey, you need to tell the owner that's selling these to just lock down the property and lock down our offer. And we made it happen.
Push it
And so
through.
then I was like, Chandler and Garrett, you guys need to go see if these are actually good. And I was just sweating bullets in San Diego.
And it was
So.
actually a somewhat hairy deal because you did get them under contract for a great deal, and then we tried to pick them apart a little bit in due diligence, but they're like, no, we can sell this for way more to someone else. And you're like, okay, yeah, we're good.
I was out there supposed to be selling in postseason, trying to get my guys to hit goals. And I was in my car getting quotes for the sinkhole that's out there, for all of the carpet, for all these things. And at the end, it was like $92,000 that I was going to send back to them. That was like, hey, whatever you guys can do, just give us back, And they wrote back to Garrett and was like, cancel the offer. And I was like, what?
No, we'll take it.
And Garrett was like, you guys can't do that. No way. And they're like, no, we've been collecting offers for cash. And I was like, oh my gosh. But we had already been in it, so.
Yeah. Well, and this is one of those things I believe due diligence is a great place to make sure that you get the best deal possible. Like a lot of my deals I win on due diligence because once people are in, once you've gone through the inspection, once you've been through the apartments multiple times, people want to get rid of it, and that's where you can truly see what their bottom line number is. And a lot of times, like, all the fixes we found are things that you are going to have to invest in. Not necessarily this year, but at some point they're things that are going to need to be fixed or updated or changed. And so it's always worth throwing it out, because the way that due diligence works is once you throw that out, they can say we're going to pay all of it, half of it, quarter of it, but you just get that one back and forth. You say this is what I want, they say this is what we give, and they said we're not giving anything, and you're like, okay, numbers are still good, let's do it.
At that point, I already knew the numbers were good, or else I wouldn't have, even considered it. But the numbers were already good, and we'll drop those below and probably go over them.
Yeah,
right.
Very cool.
It was a...
It was pretty intense for a minute too, because the agent literally on the phone, he goes, oops, like this.
There you go.
The agent on the phone, it was pretty intense there for a minute. The agent, I called him to talk over what we wanted out of the due diligence, and he literally just goes, well, that's fine. We'll just cancel the contract anyways. I've actually been meaning to reach out to you. We got 2 or 3 all cash offers above where we accepted yours after we accepted it. So I'm just going to cancel it. And I go, no, you can't do that. That's not how this contract works. You can say no to our requests, but you can't cancel this, or else we'll be filing a lawsuit essentially. And we basically forced him to stay in the deal. And it was pretty intense for a minute. Yeah. But I do think Colby hit a major grand slam with these.
Well, so much of these deals comes down to timing, being quick to get in offers, and then having an agent that builds you up. Like, people do not give value to a good agent that they should, because if you have someone, like when we have Garrett put in offers for us, he talks us up. He talks about our relationship with our bank, with our lender, whoever it is. He talks about our financial situation. He talks about our experience in the industry, how we know what we want, we know what we need, we know that we're going to go through with a deal, that the little things aren't going to cause us to have cold feet. And when you have that much value built up with you as a buyer, a lot of times people will accept your offer quickly. A lot of times they'll go through with the offer for maybe a little less than they wanted to, because they know it's going to be an easy process. They don't want to go through it again. And if you've sold property before, or a car or anything else, you hit a point where you're like, dude, I just want to be done with this.
If I remember right with this one too, I think it was a weekend. I think it was like a Saturday when they listed it. So I don't think it really got looked at until Monday or Tuesday. And we had our offer in and accepted by Monday.
Yeah.
I still regret not stealing it from you. But no, I'm comfortable.
When we come and see these, Chandler's like, hey, if Colby backs out, I've got dibs.
Always.
Always, dude. I've always got backup dibs. This is actually a very spacious area.
Yeah. So this is the living room. And then you've got your back door out to your little patio. That's obviously, it's not shared, but you obviously have your neighbors and then your balcony up here. So.
All right, so these are 3 bedrooms though. That's one thing that's nuts. Let's check it out.
3 bedroom, 1,100 square feet.
Okay, so tell me what they're rented at and what you think we can have them rented at.
So right now, all of them are rented at anywhere from $525 to $750, $725. And right now, market rents for them all are about $1,200 to $1,300.
So crazy.
Yeah.
The market has gone nuts, but also, I don't know how you own a property like this and just let it happen. And I've always talked heat, but then this last year I reevaluated my rents, and we had the ability to raise a ton of them, like $100 to $200, just because we hadn't looked at them for a while. And I'm like, dang, yeah, you just get complacent. You're getting great cash flow. You're happy. That's another cool thing about rental properties is the market. Like, your property's going up in value, but your rents are consistently going up in value, especially in our current market. Thank you, Joe Biden, inflation. We love you.
This one's got a lot of sunlight too. So really what I want to do in all of the properties, or in all of the units, is just mostly paint, and then a few minor upkeeps, maybe fill some holes in the walls and things like that.
Just get them looking clean again.
Stretch the carpet.
Carpet's in pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good shape.
Just clean it.
3rd bedroom. Let's go.
This one's the most roomy.
Yeah.
Right?
Master. And are these
master.
1 or 2 bathrooms?
1 bathroom.
1 bath.
So 3 bed, 1 bath.
Very cool.
It's a 2 bath.
You actually don't talk about your rent increases, but just introduction and new leases, right?
There was an email that we sent out that did include rent increases, but this was just a notice that rent will be or that we're getting new management and things like that.
One thing that people always ask with these videos is, one, they're either accusing us of being a savage, or two, they're just saying, how do you increase rents? And there are a couple rules. First off, you can't increase rents on someone that has a current lease. You're not going in and saying, oh, I know you had a lease for another 6 months, but sorry, you've got to pay more rent. You wait till people's lease is up. And a lot of times in apartments like this, people sign their lease and they're planning on leaving when their lease is over. Or you have people that are month to month that are just kind of hanging out, milking where it's at. So if they're month to month or they hit the end of the lease, you've got to give them a 30-day notice, so a full month to prepare, so that if they want to leave, they can, or they can prep for increased rents. And a lot of times when I raise them, I'll do a letter. It sounds like you did the same thing, saying, look, this is what market rents are. You know, we purchased a new property, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z for you, but because you are staying, we're gonna give you a discount. If you leave, this is what we're going to lease the apartments out once you're gone, and it's a higher rate. So that people understand, look, we're still giving you a discount, even though you are paying more than what you were paying, because this property was extremely mismanaged. That's kind of the route that you took. And then you wait the month, and then you go from there with increased rents, and it's usually a pretty smooth transition. Now, the part I'm excited about is I saw my rental calculator on Colby's phone. If you haven't checked it out, it's the CDS rental calculator. You can go and download it on the App Store, but maybe we'll just run through the numbers. Should we come into this brighter room? All right, we're gonna run through the numbers. First off, and just so you guys know, this is another cool deal, and I think it's a cool deal because it's not technically a commercial property, because he did these each as individual purchases for each fourplex. So we're gonna run the numbers for one individual fourplex, because they're all the same when it comes to the numbers and everything else, and then multiply that by 3 so you can see his overall return. So purchase price per fourplex ended up being
$425.
$425. That's $425,000. Down payment, because it's a residential loan, you only had to put 25% down. And you got it on a 30-year AM, right?
Yep.
Which is freaking awesome. Closing costs, 1.5%. Interest rate.
Interest rate was 3.5.
Sweet, which actually is extremely good, again, because a residential loan, that's better than what I'm getting on my 8-unit just across the road. So the rents, and I want you to do low end, like worst case scenario, and then we're gonna play around with them a little bit. But
yeah, so worst case scenario, I would put it at $975.
okay, so 975 times 4, mental math.
Garrett?
975 times 4.
Oh, that's 3,900.
Very good.
That's pretty good.
I backed you up.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Segment going in the video is called Mental Math with Yogi.
We need to make a cool little ring. Mental math with Yogi.
Cool.
That was really good.
Something like that. Did you like that? You
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. Mental math with Yogi.
That's got a ring to it. You're
How
coming
about
really quick.
Mental math with Yogi.
Do it all the same. Ready?
Mental math with Yogi.
Let me know in the comments if you would buy a t-shirt that said Mental Math with Yogi. With
We could
the
even
logo.
have Yogi's chain hanging around.
with numbers on it.
Yeah.
So maintenance, I usually run mine at 12%. Is that what you're running them on this property?
Let's see here. I put 10%.
Okay.
But
We'll run them the way
What is
you've
it?
got them. So
Yeah.
10%. What's your management?
management is 8%.
8. Vacancy.
Vacancy, I put 5.
Okay. Taxes, insurance. Insurance is $600. Taxes are $4,336.
Yep.
So if we run the numbers, that gives you a 13% cash on cash return. Now, just because I always run the numbers the same for me, and this is a similar market, even though maybe you found ways to lower expenses or lower vacancy compared to my average, even if we put management at, or maintenance at 12% and vacancy at 6%, you're still looking at an 11.78% cash on cash return. That's $13,081 in cash flow. $13,081 times 3 is...
Wait. Give me the first number again.
$13,081.
13,081 is 3,900 plus 243. It's 4143.
Wait.
1,600.
Wait, let me. So 13,000.
13,081.
81.
41.43. Oh, 13,000?
13,000.
Oh, I thought you said 1381.
No, $13,081.
Oh, then it's 39,241. 243. 39,243.
Times 3. 39,244.
No, that's not right. Why would there be a decimal?
Yeah, Colby's worse on a calculator than Garrett is.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were wanting me to do.
39,243.
That's what I said.
All right.
Jeez, you're good.
Mental math with Yogi. That puts us at, in cash flow, almost $40,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's what I would have done. My mental math, 13,000 times 3, almost 40,000. I figured
We're
that
still
out.
talking low numbers here,
Maybe
right?
we'll do mental math with Chandler shirts because I'm a much better guesstimator. We are definitely not doing Colby with calculator one.
No.
So that puts the cash flow for the individual property at $13,081 times 3 for each of these properties. Now, here's the fun part is we've talked about it a lot. I think 12 to 1,300 is maybe stretching, but I love your positive attitude. And if you do it, that will be awesome, and we'll make another video talking about it. But I don't think 1,100 is unrealistic at all. So when we're doing worst case scenario, if we were to go back and just plug in 1,100 per unit, 1,100 times 4, that's 4,400. I know because my mental math is better than Yogi's. And so 4,400 per unit, that puts you at almost a 16% cash on cash return, which is super, super cool. That cash flow jumps up to 17,000. We're going to do 17,600 times 3.
51. 52,800.
Yep.
Ding, ding,
ding. So if you could get this property to cash flowing over $50,000 a year, how old are you?
27.
That's 27 years old.
Never been kissed, huh?
Never.
Married with a kid on the way. No, not yet. No. Just married. But absolutely incredible. So I'm super pumped for you, even though I'm kind of jealous and upset that it wasn't my deal. But
Oh, Colby
that's okay.
deserves a good
He
one.
does. He does.
Look at how handsome
We're happy
he is.
for him.
That's what they say.
I heard you're gonna buy a truck with all this cash flow. Is that true?
Maybe someday.
We're gonna talk.
For now, the Raptor will do.
All right, guys, that's all we've got for you. Just remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. And if you are interested in working with any of us, whether it's Yogi, me, Colby, make sure you go to www.elitesummersales.com so that 1, you can come and make great money, 2, you can hang out with some of the coolest people on earth that are buying real estate. And when I say coolest people on earth, I'm not referring to me, but Colby and Garrett. I'm just along for the ride, and we'd love to have you guys along for the ride too. So you can check us out there. You can also go hit up Colby on Instagram if you have any other questions or if you want to work with him personally. So we're gonna put Colby's Instagram, we're gonna put Garrett's Instagram, and then we're gonna put mine. It really mean a lot if you come and follow us because then we can stay connected and you can see all of the outtakes from fun videos like this on our Instagrams. Thanks, guys. We'll see you. Actually, Garrett, you better pull it out.
What?
You know.
No.
You know.
Garrett.
You still owe me boots, dude.
If you do it,
From Ruth's video, you reminded me.
I know, but let's just do it.
I think we should make Colby
Do it,
Garrett,
Colby.
you're almost
Go, Colby, do it.
together.
Smash the like button!
Like and subscribe. Send Chandler a mean message.
Guys.